How's it going, guys? Welcome to the video. We got another unplanned one. We're kind of just going to be going over this news that's came out, and I made a TikTok about it, made a YouTube short about it. The Doodle lore got replaced, and it wasn't replaced by a Valve-made skin like I anticipated, like some others did. It was actually another community-made skin. So it's kind of weird, but close to what we expected, right? M4's still here, so it's probably going to stay. I think they would have looked into that as well, surely. And apparently it passed the check to them. And it's kind of funny because the momentum going into that was that the M4 was, this is totally biased, so it could just be how I felt, but I kind of felt like it was how most people felt. And that's that the M4 was for sure gone and the Doodle lore was kind of iffy, and we kind of saw the inverse of that. But we do have a new op in the game. Here it is, kind of like a Japanese theme. I think it's got like a snake on it, golden embroidery with like some red accents and white accents all over it. It's good. I like it. I'm bummed about the Doodle lore. I liked it too. I like it's got like Japanese kawaii kind of color scheme, all kinds of stuff going on, and I like that. But it's unfortunately they deemed it stolen, and we're not here to talk about that today per se. But what we are here to talk about is the implications of an artist having their skin removed. And when we look at the Howl, for example, it's made by two people. One was Sick, very, very prominent early artist, and the other was, I believe, a guy by the name of Ozzy. And so what happened here is we have Sick, an experienced artist, reaches out to Ozzy, who wants to make a skin. They collaborate. It's a two-man team. And Sick kind of designs the background, helps Ozzy, who is an artist that drew the wolf on the side, dog, whatever, and he kind of helps him bring it all together. Sick is known for doing that. He was a good guy. He liked getting people into making skins. And it came back to bite him because the guy who worked with Ozzy stole that design from, I believe it was like a Finnish or a Swedish artist. And what Valve did, we don't have to talk about the they made them for a contraband, whatever, but they banned Sick and Ozzy from the Steam Workshop. Hey guys, editor Slum Bubba here, and I was about to say something stupid that I did not mean, and what that was I was going to say they removed the skins from the game, which is kind of true, but what really happened is the skins were, if you had them, you got to keep them. They removed them from the game in the sense that they no longer were dropped. So for example, USPS Orion, Sick was a part of that. If you have one, you got to keep it, but they took it out of the case it was in. So no more being dropped. And that's the case for all the skins that he had. Stickers as well, took them out of the capsules they were in. If you have one, you get to keep it, but no more. But what I was curious about is what else does Jimba have in the game? This is the guy that created the Doodle lore. It's not as cut and dry as it was last time. It doesn't seem like they've removed him. And we can start here in the beginning. And I'll remind you, one of the things that Danny pointed out was how we go from some not so great stickers, like I said before, better than anything I could ever do, but on January 14th to, yeah, and then February 3rd, this is solid. This is very solid, and that's what kind of got everything going, this investigation of people saying he's stolen stuff, stealing assets, whatever. And I'm not going to lie, it kind of broke my heart, not just because I like the Doodle lore, but because this guy has a skin line that I have been hoping would get in the game because I love it. It's this Star Tracker series he's done. And I love the way these look. It's like that 70s sci-fi kind of stuff. I love that wood handle on that. Ugh, love these. And we'll click through a few of them real fast because I was absolutely in love with these. I think the colors are perfect. I think he's nailing that aesthetic perfectly. Let me click one more. I really like this Glock as well. Just absolutely knocking it out of the park. Like color scheme wise, the graphic looks good. Font choice incredible. This like space background. So this is what I'm thinking of when it's coming out that everybody's like, this guy's cheating the system, whatever. And I'm like, it can't be. That space collection he made is so good. I love that space collection. And it's very different than some of the other stuff we've seen, at least I thought so. So now, back on Twitter, and we're looking at T-Rexer. He is a very, very prominent workshop contributor. Not a lot of people as experienced as he is. And he instantly, upon hearing about the Doodle lore, starts looking into Jimba's other stuff. And he has a line. Hopefully I can get to it pretty fast here. Let's see. There it is. There it is. It's not the one that's in the game, but this is the line. Monkey Flodge. It's in the game for a Mac 10. And I'll show pictures of that on screen, but they're all pretty much the same. And he starts suspecting instantly, I bet this one could be containing some stolen art as well. And he starts doing some research. And he finds this pattern, and it's not one for one. But I mean, when we look at it, it's pretty damn close to that pattern in the background. Colors, everything. And, you know, he says it's not the same, but he doubts it's a coincidence. And I'm thinking, man, is this really every piece this guy's made? Are we going to be able to find something like this? But so far as I can tell, Doodle lore's out. We know that. T-Rexer has found this, and it's not really a smoking gun per se, but it is very similar. So I start looking at the FAMAS of that collection. Because I'm looking at that space collection that's so near and dear to my heart. And I am trying to think, what could I look up? So, illustrations of planets, maybe? I don't know. And then I see this spaceman. And I search for maybe 10 minutes. Maybe. Not even that long. And I find this. And now, you may think, okay, it's kind of similar. And I'm going to go into Photoshop now and show you how similar they really are. We have the FAMAS here. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the FAMAS in question. And I went ahead and isolated it. Boom. Right there, you can see. Same deal. I just kind of made it flat. You know, it's kind of a weird angle being mapped to the gun. And here, I'm going to pull up that image. And we're going to make the top layer, the one on the gun, invisible. Little by little. And, you know, I think you guys can see it lines up perfectly. I know you guys know where this is going. It's like a perfect match, essentially. Another place I liked looking when I was looking at this is the pattern that's on this part where the visor connects to the helmet. And, you know, I'll toggle it for you. It's a perfect match. Now, what I will say, and I should have led with this, I don't think Steam artists are allowed to buy assets to put in their stuff. I think it's supposed to be all original, because I think this is for sale. I think you could buy this. Did he? Probably not, given everything. But yeah, it's on Free Pick. I don't know. So something I wanted to read through real fast. This is was posted by CSGO directly to Steam, and this was addressing the Howl. And, you know, not exactly the same, but I thought it would be interesting to kind of read through. Toward the beginning, they talk about they received a DMCA takedown notice regarding copyright infringement on the Howl. They take it extremely seriously, and we have taken appropriate action to resolve it. This is kind of talking about sign a legal agreement And this is what I wanted to talk about. To ensure that these contributions represent original content, we require that all workshop contributors sign a legal agreement confirming that their contributions are original. We also enable the community to monitor workshop submissions and identify copies and plagiarism. And then we can see all contributors share joint responsibility for the originality of their workshop submission and therefore share joint liability for claims of copyright infringement. And that's what got sick. They're pretty much saying, we know he didn't do the infringement, but it was his job to make sure that the other guy wasn't. And by putting, like, co-signing it as a skin of his, he's got to, you know, eat the ban hammer along with Ozzy on that ban, which sucks because Sick was a really cool guy. And then we can see they close it out down at the bottom with, to ensure that we don't have any issues in the future, we need your help. Please only contribute original artwork. And if you see any items that appear to violate the workshop copyright policy, please direct the copyright owner to tell us via Valve DMCA Takedown. This all boils down to, can you buy commercial licensing to assets and put it in a skin? And I will be honest with you guys, if you watch my Dragon Lore video, you know I was able to make contact with Valve and confirm something. I reached out to this contact I have at Valve probably 2 days ago, trying to get some information about this. Not pressing about the issue or anything, just you know, curious about their DMCA policies, and they didn't even get back to me. And I've heard from someone else that has a contact at Valve that they burned their contact asking about DMCA. Like, they never heard from them again. So I might have burnt that bridge in trying to do research for this. But I guess I'll let you guys know if there's any updates. It may not be a full video like this. It may be, I don't know, pinned comment, something like that. And I also don't want you guys to think that this is what I'm going to do now. I'm not becoming like a CSGO news guy, but what I am is a CSGO skins guy, and I find this stuff interesting, and I want to talk about it with you guys. And in the last video, I loved reading you guys' comments in the bottom, seeing what you thought about the Doodle lore, and hopefully we can do that again. And I would love if any of you know, as far as putting assets that you bought commercial rights to, assuming he did, we don't know, can they be put on a skin? I would love to know that if any of you have any insight into that. But that's all for now. Like I said, don't get used to this. I just find it fascinating, and I want to have discussions with you guys about it. So real Slum Bubba videos coming soon, and I'll see you guys next time.